We're here at Calder Park Raceway, the site of round 3 of the Australian Enduro Cross Nationals. What a truck we've got here. What a bike I've got behind me. I've just had the pleasure of testing Mike Brown's factory FE Husqvarna 350 4-stroke. This thing's an absolute weapon. Okay, well, first of all, there's not really much on this bike that comes production other than maybe the electric start button and some of the plastics. Really, just about everything on this awesome machine is custom made for Mike Brown and his particular riding style, which is really innovative and has changed the face of endurocross. Now for me, at first, I really had to wrap my head around a crazy suspension package that obviously works for Mike, but for me was exceptionally weird, I have to say. Start off with a rear shock that's way softer than what you would get straight off the showroom floor, and a set of forks that are a lot stiffer than what you'd get off the showroom floor. So if you're looking for a balanced package here, don't come looking at Mike Brown's bike. We've got super soft rear, very firm front end, but that helps to explain how he gets over these log doubles around the track so much better than everyone else. You do have to change your body position just a little bit to adapt to this imbalance. Now the engine was an interesting one. I'm used to a 450 that's punching out up close to 60 horsepower. So I was expecting enduro bike, off-road, 350. I was expecting not to be too inspired by the engine package, even though it's obviously a really high-tech bike. But I was very impressed with the bottom end. Now, they've done a couple of things here. Obviously, exhaust, engine, head, ignition. There's a lot of things that go into making up an engine package like this, but they also change the gearing around a little bit to give it so much bottom end. So in all of the corners out here on the track, second gear, you punch it, you've got instant power. There's no lag off the bottom. Once again, when you watch Mike ride around an enduro cross track, you can just see how punchy it is off the bottom. He can get up onto logs or over something that the other guys seem to struggle with sometimes. Well, I certainly felt like a fish out of water out there on the enduro cross track. Anything to do with rocks. To me, logs are for throwing in the fire in the middle of winter when you're a little bit cold. And rocks, well, I'm used to getting hit with rocks going up Rock and Roll Hill at Manjum up in Western Australia. But other than that, I like to steer clear of rocks and logs. But I had to somehow try to give it a little bit of a go out there. And, you know, if you've got a little bit of balance and a little bit of throttle and clutch control, you can make your way around. But it was definitely interesting, and once again, I was certainly out of my comfort zone. Well, that's a wrap here at Calder Park Raceway in Victoria. I had an absolute blast riding Mike Brown's very special Husqvarna 350. Thank you kindly to the crew for allowing us to throw a leg over the bike, and enjoy your riding, guys.